I want to know, Ian Garry and Belal Muhammad, how does Belal look on his return?
Man, it's tough, right? Belal, when he did that to Leon, I was we just spoke how very highly on Leon Edwards' grappling and all the people that he has looked better than who were phenomenal grapplers. And then Belal comes in and just dismantles him in the grappling. It was almost too easy. I had never seen somebody take down Leon Edwards so easily, and to dump him on his head and to do it relentlessly and almost kind of like toy with him the way Merab does when he's like got that momentum and he knows he could take you down. He's got that confidence and he kind of stole your soul. We started to see flashes of that in Belal. And then we see a performance that I think purely was tactical when he stood with JDM and he says, I'm going to have Canelo hands and I'm going to test out the striking. This is you've got to get on him right away. If you are going to wrestle somebody, you've got to put that element in there from the opening bell. You got to deal with this right away. So don't get too comfortable on these punches, because as soon as you throw a combination, I'm ducking under or I'm pushing you against the fence. When you let somebody get momentum on the feet, they get very confident. And Belal gave JDM that confidence. And then he tried to take down in the 4th minute, and it was to no prevail. And from there, it was just a downward spiral. He can't do that. Ian Garry's too dangerous. We talk about snipers. Ian Garry's a sniper. He is a talented kid. He moves very well. He's got underrated grappling. Belal's going to have a tough time. He's got to kind of, as I said earlier, be that DC where he's biting down on his mouthpiece and just getting in his face and making this an ugly fight. You can't stand on the outside and train with Ian Garry. He's too good, too fast, too sharp.
Well, what we learned in the last fight with Ian Garry and Carlos Prates is this, though, is that Ian Garry does get tired. And when he gets tired, he kind of wilts under pressure. You saw in that 5th round, he got destroyed. Yeah. He was turning his back and running away on all fours. I mean, he literally had no answer for what Carlos Prates was doing to him. Belal Muhammad has all the tools and the weapons to destroy Ian Garry, but he's got to do it early, and he's got to get inside that grill. He's got to fight him inside that phone booth. He cannot afford to stay on the outside and let Ian Garry dance around and pot shot him and long leg push kicks and long range jabs and 1-2 combinations and bounce in and bounce out. He cannot afford to do that. If he does that, it's going to be a long night for Belal Muhammad, a very long night. I don't think he's going to fight that way. I think he's going to go ahead and cut the cage off. I think he's going to put pressure. He's going to slip and move his head offline. He's going to close that distance, push him to the fence, grind on him, lift, scoop, do exactly what he did to Leon Edwards. Do exactly what he's been doing his whole career that got him to the title. I think that's exactly how he's going to fight.
Belal's got to be ready to go, and he's always in great shape, but it's a cardio fight and a tactical fight in my mind. I just mentioned the tactical side. You just kind of brought up the cardio side. You've got to be in his face from the get-go, and you've got to be able to maintain that consistency for 25 minutes, because Belal's really not a finisher. You know, he doesn't have a lot of knockouts, and he really doesn't have that many submissions. He's a guy that will grind you out and push the pace and mixes everything well, but he doesn't get you out of there, and that's kind of been the flaw in him. That's why the UFC wasn't really pushing him, right? And so if he's going to fight that style, he cannot slow down and let Ian Garry work his way back into the fight. He's got to push that pace for the entirety of the 25 minutes, because it's unlikely that he's going to get him out of there in the early rounds.
I just don't think that Ian Garry can fight that pace, because, on the feet, if you're constantly running, sticking, and moving, you get tired. Corey Sandhagen talked about it when he fought Umar. Other fighters have talked about it when they're striking. If they move too much, which is what Kari did against Umar, when they fought, he goes, look, I was moving so much in the first 3 rounds. Sure, he couldn't get me down. He was having a hard time getting me down. He's by the rounds 3, 4, and 5, I was exhausted. Takedowns came a lot easier, and then he won those rounds, and that's what cost me the fight. That's exactly what happened with Ian Garry and Carlos Prates. A couple little threats, couple little wrestling, and all those clinch work and all that muscle pummeling and the leg work and pushing on each other and hanging on each other. It worked against him. His body is not used to that type of that type of fight. His body's used to sticking and moving, staying on the outside, making it an easy fight. That ain't gonna happen with Belal Muhammad. Belal's going to get in his grill. He's going to have to. If he doesn't do it, it's going to be a long night for Belal, or it might be a short night, to be honest. He's going to have to get inside that phone booth, really get on Ian Garry, make him fight early and often in the clinch, especially in rounds 1, 2, and 3. He's going to have to really get after him in those early rounds to start to slow Ian Garry down.
Belal's not getting any younger either, right?
No.
I mean, he became champion, above whatever age he is, older than 35, right? He's like maybe 37 or something like that. And He's not getting any younger. And for him to get another title shot right now, I feel like he would have to win 5 in a row. The UFC did not embrace him as a champion. We just named all these other guys in the hottest division right now, currently with the welterweight division, that have not had a crack yet. Undefeated guys, Sean Brady type of guys, Rachmanov. I mean, there's so many people I think ahead of him. Belal needs to go out there and just look like a beast. Try to find a finisher, have a dominant performance in the grappling if it does go to a decision. And then just stay busy, because if he really wants that gold around his waist or a crack at it again, I think he's going to have a very busy year in 2026. Ilia Topuria, Islam Makhachev. When Islam first went up in weight and did not take that Ilia fight, I was upset with him because I said, this is the biggest fight you could possibly make. And he let it go. He dropped the bag. But looking at it now, he has an opportunity to be a double champion, get gold at welterweight, and still have that same fight.
Yeah.
So it's still there for the taking, and it still could be it still could happen in 2026 in this new Paramount era where it's a whole new world. I mean, we're all waiting to see what's going to happen.
It's 70 though, because Ilya is going to be trying to go for his 3rd title.
Yeah,
and Islam's going to be trying to defend his title basically at the welterweight division. This is a way bigger fight. And I talked to Islam this week. He goes, I want to fight on that White House card. Habib wants him to be on the White House card. He wants him or Umar to fight on the White House card.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that
I haven't even really thought about Islam on that White House card. He's not the first guy you think of, but he's one of the bigger. My goodness, a win here, a possible Ilia Topuria matchup.
I got your brain ticking. It's spinning right now.
It's almost too much on one card because there's so many fights we keep throwing out there. If Conor McGregor, if John Jones, and all these other matchups. I mean, you throw a fight like that, these guys are going to be fighting for who's going to be the marquee fight up there. I mean, I don't even know how you would make it.
I mean, yeah, it really, my honest opinion is you give it to the ladies. Kayla Harrison, 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist. She's defending her title against Amanda Nunes. I think if you were to push that fight to then
the marquee fight,
I think so.
No, how could you give that the White House card? There's been too many.
You're gonna have John and Alex, and you're gonna have people are gonna tune in. It's on CBS. It's gonna be free. Everyone's gonna watch, no matter what.
You're saying the White House card is headlined by the ladies.
I know it's a shit.
You're backing up already, John.
I'm not. I think Kayla Harrison, 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo, American, like you got on the main event. Look, let's just say the John and the Alex thing doesn't come to fruition. And I know Islam and Ilya being there as well. Like, you got to put on the White House lawn. You've got to put an American, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. I don't know. Yeah. Give it to the ladies, man.
I feel like the ladies have had a number of fights already that was a super card, and somehow the ladies ended up headlining it, but it wasn't what we had in mind. And I don't know. I mean, they have to be on their card. I can't see them headlining that, especially if there's. I mean, look, anytime we say the name Conor McGregor or John Jones, it's just a big question mark. So you can't hold your breath on those type of fights. But anytime those guys are on a card, these guys have to be the main event. And so it'll be very interesting because traditionally, as we all know, it kind of goes down by weight class, and heavyweights always kind of get the top billing, but not with Conor. So it's going to be a lot at stake right there.